Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I am self-claimed number one from PC. I've been making this video to showcase you my important build for Ranger. First of all, this is not a new build. I've been using this build ever since Mod28, so I'm pretty familiar with it. So I'll try to introduce it to you and how it's actually played. Starting with ability scores, I'm putting everything in strength and dexterity to get the profits from critical severity buff and damage output. Uh, all my gear is pretty much equipped like that, so by using self buffs, elixirs and potions, it gets scaled to 90% stats in all of my stats. This is pretty much all my gear. I've been switching a few items based on the content, like Starhide boots for wild space dungeons and trials, and depending on the buffs I use, I also switch some boots and stuff to adjust my stats to 90%, you know, with all the procs from the chest and the amulet, the set buff. So that's pretty much all regarding the ability scores and gear. You know, my enchantments are pretty much scaling my stats, so you get a 90% on every offensive power. And we go to the powers page. Well, this is much everything we need to talk about. So the feats are skilled like that. You know, focus for 20% damage. Storm recovery from reducing your cooldowns, your encounter cooldowns every time you use an encounter. Flurry, which works perfectly with using encounter powers, Stimulus Gambit, and has good activity. So for class features, Seeker Vengeance, that pretty much goes to every dungeon, since you can get behind your target until 10% damage. And then you go either for Twin Blade Storm when you know that the fight contains multi-targeting, or I'm personally using Aspect of the Pact when there is only one target, so I can get a 5% combat advantage buff and also buff my allies. So regarding my daily powers, I'm using Snipe and Call of the Storm. I'm mainly using Snipe on bosses and Call of the Storm for our fights. And regarding encounters, I'm using Constricting Arrow, Hindering Shot, and Binding Arrow. So the main idea for this build is actually use an encounter power and then use at wills for the duration of the flurry buff that procs from using an encounter power. So you go Constricting Arrow, then you use 3 electric shots if there is multiple targets, or 3 penetrating arrows. I'm personally using this at will attack because it gives you also the ability to hit multiple targets on a straight line. So I find it better than rapid shot. The main advantage of this at will power is that it also gives you mobility, so you can practically use an encounter and then move and use it at the same time. Also, you can use the encounter and line up your targets and kill multiple targets. And the main idea is use your high magnitude encounter powers, followed up by at will powers, and use hindering shot to apply the flurry buff, and also reduce your high magnitude encounter powers cooldown. That's pretty much everything about it. So you use an encounter, penetrating arrow, then another encounter, penetrating arrow, then hindering shot, penetrating arrow, constricting, penetrating arrow, hindering, penetrating, poke, binding arrow, constricting, and you actually can also switch stances when there is, let's say, a pile of mobs gathered in front of you. So you can actually, whenever you are get out of encounter powers, which is very rare, you actually you can switch to melee power and use 2 high magnitude encounters and switch back to range stance to give you some time for your encounters to replenish. You can actually check also my insignia powers. I'm using those. Pretty much everyone uses the same for every DPS class. The main benefit of Tactician's Precision is that when there is an artifact call, you can refresh your encounter powers, so you can actually shoot more encounter powers during the artifact call. So you get, during the artifact call, you get use all your encounters at the same time, use your artifact, use your daily, use your mount power, then your encounter refresh again, and gives you some more time to deal more damage during the artifact call. That's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video. You can also watch my videos for getting to know the build better. So thank you all for watching. I hope this is helpful for you. Goodbye for now.